Hello everybody, it's Precious Pioneer and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I wanted to talk about what it is like to go to culinary school in Barcelona. Today is was my very first day at the Culinary Institute of Barcelona, and so yeah, let's jump in. Good morning. Today is my first day of class. I just woke up, so let me go get ready. That's better. Okay, so I am running late. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up a cup of coffee and maybe like a little pastry from a bakery because, you know, it's the first day of school. Also, I think I really should have woke up earlier to make breakfast, but here I am, and I'm just gonna go ahead and get going because yeah, I'm running late. I think I have like 20 minutes to get to class. Okay, bye. Way later than I thought. I have to get there in like 10 minutes, and so I'm gonna have to just speed walk, skip the coffee, and pray that they have coffee there, or just gonna have to struggle through the day. But I'm really excited, so we'll see how it goes. So it's already a little bit late here, so hopefully I can get this video up in time, but it seems that I'm always running late because even this morning I had to be at class at around 10 a.m. and I thought, you know, waking up at 8:30 was fine, but you know, sometimes when it's winter, it's hard to find that motivation to get up and roll out of bed, and so I left, even though I'm only like 10-12 minutes away from the school. I still ended up running late and being like a minute or two behind, so I was walking through the doors at 10:02, but luckily, you know, everybody was really friendly and they directed me where I needed to go. They took my temperature, which is so funny because also since it's so cold, like my body temperature changes, so they're like trying to do the gun thing where they measure your temperature, and I was so cold that it like was way too low, like obviously dangerously low, and so they checked my wrists and things, and I had to like stand there for a couple of minutes for them to get an accurate reading. I looked around and it seemed like all 70-ish of the students are already in the atrium in the main open area ready to get started. They were just chatting, and it's so funny because even though I don't have a shy personality, I'm always really shy and really awkward when I'm presented in a new situation or when I'm surrounded by people I don't know. So I'm like very quiet, or I'm very like secluded or by myself until it takes me a minute to kind of gauge the situation and like understand who people are or where to go or things like that, you know. So I was very standoffish, I guess. Sometimes I get just like too overwhelmed, and so I just needed like to back up, and so eventually they had us pull chairs and to sit in the main area, and I sat in the super back. That way, you know, I can just be distraction free. Also, like, I had my camera, so I wanted to get some footage, and I didn't want to distract anybody and kind of gather my own ideas by myself and just enjoy that experience. And they started off it was like an orientation day, my first day, and so they had a bunch of different speeches and people sharing the methodology of the school and leaving you with words of encouragement, especially for a lot of the foreigners who are here. And so we had like the president speak and advisors speak, and some of the event coordinators kind of give their words about the school, and I don't know, just give you a very warm tone at the end of it that left you feeling like you could really do something here or make a mark or really change the face of the culinary world, not to be dramatic, based on their new ideas and concepts that they bring to the table. And I really love how everybody was really diverse. I ended up speaking to a couple of the students who were there, and I met students from South Africa, Indonesia, Singapore, the Philippines, Poland, Mexico, Costa Rica. Like, I could go on for forever, you know. It's just so interesting talking to everybody and their different experiences. And it was funny, I did meet 3 people from the United States who was
from the New York, Chicago, and someone was from California as well, you know. So it's just interesting talking to different people. I think that it's so interesting because you know that when you find people who are in your tribe, everything just clicks and makes sense. And I've been wanting that for so long, and it's not just quarantine, because like I've been wanting to speak to people for a very long time, but it's more than that because I felt that disconnect when I was at university, when I went to UCF. Sure, there was people who are interested in restaurants, but they were so interested on the business management side that, you know, like I focus on the culinary side, so I think that part is way more interesting. And so I stuck out, you know, but like people who want to be doctors or people who want to be engineers or whatever, like when you're taking those classes, you already have like the bond of just like, oh, I love this is my passion, this is my heart, you know, let me share this with you. And so talking to random people about pastries or chocolate or their favorite thing to cook or the places that they've been or food that they're inspired by just came so naturally to me and to them to talk about that it just felt very home-like naturally. And so that was a really great element. I don't know, I'm just excited to be a part of, you know. I think that when you have a strong passion for something and you're surrounded by people who have the same passion as you do, it makes you feel like you're in the right place. And I was really happy to like find such friendly people who are in that same space, and it just makes you really anxious to go ahead and get in the kitchen and start cooking and to just learn everything and try everything, and it's just really awesome. And then after all of the speeches and we're like, wow, great job, a band came out, which is super cool. I'll show a clip here. But yeah, a band came out and they were very loud and vibrant, and I don't know, it just like the already inspiring energy just kind of lifted you more. But me being super awkward, I was just kind of like, yeah, cool. But like I didn't know how to like interact, you know, so I was just absorbing like all of the music and the sounds. I don't know what else to describe that experience like. Maybe like the Blue Man Group, but kind of, because like when I heard them, it reminded me of like EDM music, but like it's with drums and dancing. And so that reminds me of the Blue Man Group, how they use the drums to kind of hype up a crowd. But it seemed really cool because there was more than 3 people, you know, there was like 5 or 6. And so yeah, I really liked that part. I think that was my favorite part of the day, besides like a couple of other things I'll mention, but that was one of the highlights of my day, I think. But after the band left and we clapped and we enjoyed that element, we went ahead and did a tour of the school. I already had such a warm welcome a week before because I stumbled upon the school and I got like a personal one-on-one tour, which is really amazing. But I went with other students. Some of the senior students from the semesters before came with us, and then some of the new students. And so it was really nice because some of the older students could kind of pass down their wisdom to us new first day people, and we got to just see different parts of the kitchens and where things will be. We met a few of the chefs. I met the pastry chef Georgie, who's like a famous chocolatier here, which is amazing. I think we're gonna be really great friends because I just want to pick his brain. I mean, I want to pick everybody's brain, but I just really am so interested in the chemistry of pastry. I think that's just so interesting. And so I don't know, that alone really inspired me, because he was talking about his passion and how he loves working with chocolate. And it reminds me of like how do I describe it? Not necessarily like the quirks, but like how someone's mind works when they're like their genius. Like when someone's like a master at a craft, you can kind of see how their mind works and how it's really unique. You can like see their genius, if that makes any sense, you know? Like if you have ever seen the show Chef's Table and you hear their story of how they think and bring all of their ideas into fruition and create these amazing dishes, it's kind of like that. So when he was talking, it was kind of like that, which was, you can't help but just be in awe and inspired by just the words he has to say about chocolate, you know? And that was really cool. And I think that, yeah, I really like that element. And that's also where we did a little bit more introductions for the people who are in my class specifically. And I got to know some more students that way. And that was really great. I know I'm using good, great, awesome today because I don't know, I think it was like a beautiful, overwhelming day. I think I've been anticipating this day for such a long time. And so to have words to say like good and great, I think that's also good and great. But yeah, after that, we picked up all of our culinary gear, so that was really cool. It's such a milestone moment. Let's see, we got a nomadic backpack, you know, which is actually a really nice backpack brand. Not a flex or anything, but it really is a high quality backpack. Super cute. It comes with a battery pack, and we got notebooks and like a notebook and a pen for just writing down ideas. They have a very my old workplace had the similar like methodology, but the same thing with like Google, how like all the walls are whiteboard, or some of the tables like very interactive to just throw your ideas down. So it's really great that they gave us a notebook. And then also they gave us our school uniforms, which are really cute. We get masks, of course. You know, everybody is really safe during COVID, so if you have any questions about that, you know, leave a comment below. But with everything with COVID, the classes are really small. They do the temperature checks, like I said. We wear masks. I think everybody's just very polite and courteous towards others, like when giving each other space and just making sure everybody comes to school not only ready to learn, but also in a very good, safe, clean environment to be able to talk and interact with people. I also got my knives, which are just wow, like it's official. So yeah, it's official, like I'm a culinary student. That's so cool to me. Like I don't know, it just makes like the cherry on top of everything that's happened. It's like I'm an official student, ready to sharpen my knives as whatever, I don't know. But yeah, so that's exciting. So we got all our gear, we filled out a couple of more like paperwork things, and then we have another class tomorrow similar to today, like orientation, learning how everything works. But my first day was super great. That was like the end of my official culinary class day, I suppose, but a lot of the other students wanted to go out to lunch, and so that's when my day like just really continued on. So the class was from 10 all the way till 2, and then around like 2:30 we all caught a metro and explored the city of Barcelona. It was a lot because even though I live so close to the school, I didn't think of like, oh, let me drop off my things, because everybody else had their things. And CIB is located around Saint Martí. To get anywhere to like Sagrada De Familia, I think that's what it's called. It's like in the middle-ish area, but like basically Gothic is where we ended up eating, and that's kind of like here. So CIB is here, Sagrada De Familia I think is like here, Barceloneta that a lot of people know is like here, and then Gothic is like here, if I'm not mistaken. I am still fairly new, but that's where we went. So we traveled really far because nobody could pick out a place, and then also it's really hard to navigate really nice restaurants around here, because honestly, out of all of the time that I've been here, which is 2 weeks, that was the first time I actually sat down at a really nice restaurant, because the hours are so funky here. Like I think the opening time is from 8 to 2 or 3 or something, or maybe to noon, but then they have to take an hour break at 1 to make sure everything's clean maybe, and and then they open from like 3 to 4, and then you're done for the day. Like everything has to close. So, but the thing is though, it changes like every week. So like to find anything at 4 o'clock open, a restaurant or something, is impossible. That's just goes to say with the new regulations. So the fact that we even found a place is just really nice, because when we got there, we had to eat very quickly because they were closing so soon. But on the positive note, on the foodie side of things, I got to try paella for the first time, which it was good. I don't know. I'm not gonna say it's like underwhelming, but considering it's like so hyped up, it was good. Maybe it wasn't the right one that I ordered. I think it was a good restaurant, and I think that overall it was good. It was just the best way to describe the paella. First off, I got the Valenciana one, or Valencia style paella. I mean, I know there's like seafood and all kinds of different varieties, so maybe I'll like those more. But this one, it tasted like a risotto, because I know that it's like cooked in a stock of some sort. So basically, it tasted like a risotto with tomato. That's the best way to describe it. Like it's not overwhelmingly flavorful. It's just kind of one note and nice. It was good. And and then all of us we all ordered different drinks, which is so funny. I ordered a cava, and actually one of my classmates ordered a cava too, but somebody ordered a sangria, somebody ordered a beer, and then somebody ordered a cappuccino, and we all like cheered our drinks, which is like so cute. We cheered to like a good year and a good like semester this upcoming, and I don't know, it just felt really great to meet some new friends already on the first day. And then afterward, we just continued on. It was very cold, like 40 degrees all day, and then, you know, obviously as the sun goes down, it just felt colder and windier. But we walked around Gothic for a little area, and they had so many plant areas, and they had this huge farmers market there, so we stopped by. It's well known apparently. I think it's on La Rambla, and we stopped there for a little bit, but you know, like I said, like everything closes around 4, so we kind of went when it was starting to close and empty. And then after that, we went to catch another metro and went backward a little bit to Sagrada De Familia, I think that's the name, with the giant church that I went to before. And I don't know, it's always a pleasure to go back to that church because it's so beautiful. And also it's like the perfect time. If I recommend, like if you're in Barcelona, go around the 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock time, right when the sun is coming down, because it's like it glows. It has like this special orangey glow to it. And then after that, we finished the day off with a coffee and some churros, which, you know, super delicious and makes me happy. But honestly, I think that by the end of it, I didn't feel my best, I think, because I think it was just a lot that had happened today. You know, it was just like an overwhelm of like, I skipped breakfast this morning, and then I had such a large meal like such later in the day, and then also I ended up walking like 6 miles in today's travels with all of my things. And so I think just when I was dehydrated, I didn't drink as much water as I needed to today. And so yeah, I think with all of that combined, it was just a little bit of a struggle towards the end. I was just very fatigued and not feeling the greatest. And so I like army called home, like, oh my gosh, I don't feel great. And then I like chugged all the water. Like I finished a whole bottle, and then I refilled this maybe 2 or 3 times, and I was like, okay, now that my stomach is kind of like, you know, when it's like like, you know, you're so full from drinking all the water, I was like, okay, now I'm ready to go to sleep. And I got home around 6:30 and woke up around 9:30, and so now it is probably really late, and I hope that I can get this video up on time so it's more accurate. But yeah, and now I feel really great, and I'm really optimistic towards the rest of my school year. But I really hope that this video helped you to kind of give an insight of what my first day of school was like, because it was a great day, and I look forward to tomorrow and meeting more people and learning, I guess. So thank you for watching for this long. I hope that you have a great rest of your day. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.